The Galaxy S26 series is getting closer to launch, and a new rumor has changed the entire conversation around these upcoming phones. For months, many reports suggested that Samsung would raise prices because of increasing component costs. But now, a fresh leak claims something very different. According to this new information, Samsung may be preparing to keep the Galaxy S26 pricing exactly the same as last year, and this shift might be part of a bigger strategy. A well-known tipster on X, Jukanlosriv, says Samsung is trying to keep the prices of all Galaxy S26 models unchanged. This is surprising because earlier leaks pointed toward higher costs due to more expensive internal parts needed to build a flagship smartphone. Those earlier reports suggested that a price hike was almost guaranteed. But this new rumor claims Samsung is taking a different approach. According to the tipster, Samsung is now focusing more on price stability rather than a new super thin design. The company reportedly had big ambitions to make the Galaxy S26 noticeably slimmer. Insiders say Samsung had nearly finalized a design that was just 6.9 mm thick. That would have been even thinner than the Galaxy S25 by about 0.3 mm. However, Samsung has reportedly abandoned this ultra-thin design in favor of keeping the price steady. The leak also claims Samsung plans to keep the base model starting at $799, the same price as the Galaxy S25 and also the same price as Apple's iPhone 17. This price point was appreciated last year because the Galaxy S25 delivered strong value with features like a telephoto camera and high-end performance. Keeping the same price would help the S26 compete strongly in the flagship market. Another interesting detail from the leak talks about battery plans. According to insiders, Samsung was originally considering a massive upgrade for the S26 battery. The idea was to go from 4000 mAh in the S25 to around 4900 mAh. That would have been a huge jump and almost unbelievable without switching to new battery technology like silicon carbon cells. But the leak claims Samsung has now pulled back from this plan. Instead, the Galaxy S26 may come with a 4300 mAh battery. This is still an improvement over last year, but not nearly as high as the original target. Overall, the rumor paints a picture of Samsung stepping back from bold design changes and putting its energy into staying competitive with pricing. In today's smartphone market, this makes sense. Apple, Motorola, Google, and others are pushing aggressive designs and features, and customers are becoming more selective. With many users struggling with rising costs, Samsung may feel that price stability is more important than being the thinnest phone of the year. This decision also connects to a bigger trend in the mobile industry. In recent months, many brands have focused on reducing thickness to make phones look sleek and premium. Devices like the Galaxy S25 Edge and even Apple's rumored iPhone Air show how far companies were willing to push this trend. But extreme thinness usually comes at a cost: smaller batteries, heating issues, and shorter lifespans. Many users have already expressed concern about these ultra-thin phones losing battery life just to look stylish. Earlier reports also suggested the Galaxy S26 would not be as slim as expected, so this new leak adds more weight to that idea. But it is important to remember that this particular tipster is not the most reliable source. Some claims, like adding nearly 4,000 mAh of battery while making the phone thinner, feel unrealistic without major technological changes. So, while the rumor is interesting, it should still be taken with caution. Even then, the idea of Samsung prioritizing battery life and pricing over thinness makes sense. Consumers today prefer longer battery life and better value rather than chasing the thinnest phone possible. Industry feedback also shows low interest in extremely slim devices, mainly because they often compromise performance and endurance. There is still a lot to learn about the Galaxy S26 series. More leaks are expected in the coming weeks, and Samsung may still have surprises planned. Earlier rumors even suggested changes to the lineup, such as replacing the Plus model or introducing a Pro variant. So nothing is fully confirmed yet. For now, this rumor highlights a potential new direction for Samsung: a focus on stable pricing, practical design, and balanced features instead of a race toward extreme thinness. If this turns out to be true, the Galaxy S26 could offer solid upgrades without putting extra pressure on the customer's wallet.